Today we came to Selimiye. It's one of the most beautiful towns, maybe the most beautiful town in this area. It's full of boutique hotels and restaurants, cafes, interesting shops. So every year we come here, and at the end of the town there is a hotel where there is a beach with not too many people. So we were hanging out here, and today I'm gonna do my drawing right here on the spot outside, not from a photo, but I decided to draw the pier with umbrella and sunbathing seats with the sea beyond. So I'm just gonna look at the real thing and draw right from where I'm sitting on by the water. So this is gonna be a different day, and you will get to see Selimiye a little bit. And I was thinking maybe I will draw something from the center of the town, like a shop or building, but I realized at some point I'm making too complicated for myself. Like, am I gonna go there? Like, maybe we sit at the cafe later because I want to draw on location. Then I decided this is not about that. Make it simple. You are here, you have time, you want to do drawing, just draw what you're seeing. Maybe I will take a photo of some place I like and I will draw that later. We'll see. So I'm happy that I decided to make it simple for myself, and that's what you are going to see in a moment. So today's drawing is from Selimiye. Enjoy. Here we go. Let's start with my previous drawings. The page 1, fig. Page 2, windsurfing. Page 3, the bird my dad found. Page 4, breakfast. Page 5, fruity spring water. Page 6, no shampoo, no problem. Page 7, the lizard. Page 8, the morning sea, and now page 9 will be dedicated to Selimiye, to this view that just came onto your screen. I decided to start with the pier itself. I was seeing at a little higher angle from the photo, reference photo here, but still it was a difficult perspective to give, so I wanted to start with this. You know me, I'm not too worried about the perspective, but given that the umbrella and everything else will be sitting on the pier, I wanted to show a bit of the top of the surface. So I gave this slight angle, you can see, like a very open L shape, and then I started with the legs. And first I think I drew too generously the first leg. It's a bit wider than it's supposed to be. Then I started thinking, oh, okay, I'm supposed to add 2 more legs here in the front, and also they are not falling onto the same place. This also gives the feeling of depth. That's because the further the leg, the further where it meets with the sea, as you can see in the photo. So I try to be careful with that, even though I'm not too concerned about the perspective. Then I went on to drawing the chair. I have to admit it wasn't so easy, and I tried to focus myself to let go and just... This is the thing about the continuous drawing. What I try to do with my brain is, whatever your eye see and your brain receives, just let it out of your hand with your pen without thinking too much. because otherwise it gets too complicated and it takes longer. And I like the result this technique brings, that it is often clumsy and not super realistic, but that makes me arrive at a place that I wouldn't otherwise. That's why I say when we do this no force sketch journaling, we are actually doing tiny abstract paintings based on real life. So I try to do that. That the, for example, umbrella, you can see the bottom of the umbrella, you can see the top of the umbrella. This is a difficult thing to draw. If I was drawing with a pencil, I could sketch it out, have a look if it's looking alright, then I could deliver it with a pen, better shape. But here I'm really trying to let go of that, just whatever your brain sees through your eyes, just in the same moment try to exit through your pen. That's what I'm trying to do, and I would advise you to do the same. And from there, whatever it's touching, because it's continuous contour, I'm not lifting my pen, I'm just moving on to the next thing, whatever it's next to it. If things are not touching, I'm just going across the page, and I like those marks too. Now it looks like I have two seats, but they are a bit floating because I haven't finished the other side of the pier. Also bear in mind, at this moment, for example, my cousin's son came to have a look. Oh, what are you doing? And almost knocked over my camera, and I had to tell them that I'm working, I need some space. So normally I don't lift my pen. I tried not to lift my pen as much as I can, but this is holiday, there are kids around. In this moment there was our kid and my cousin's two kids and my sister's two kids, so they're all playing in the water right in front of me, and of course what I was doing looked very interesting to them. So it should be accepted that you will be also probably doing the same thing on your holiday. You will want to draw, there will be people around, there will be children around, and it might not be so easy, but you be easy on yourself, you go easy on yourself, and accept that this kind of hiccups could happen, and you might lift your pen, and this is not the end of the world. In the photo it turned out very tiny, but you can see there is a white spot that is actually a boat, and I could see better, I guess, in the moment with my own eyes, and I drew the boat there. And beyond it there are hills, and I added the horizon on the top of the hills, and this is it, I think, for my line drawings. And if you picked it up, at the beginning of this section I picked the water from the sea. This is something I do when I go on holiday, because seawater is salty, especially in Turkey, in this area, very salty due to heat and evaporation, too much evaporation. The sea stays salty. It actually affects the paint in a different way, like the washes and the how the paint settles is slightly different. So this is a technique you can also try with your own paintings. If you are somewhere with seawater, pick up some seawater and use it for your watercolors. If you are by lake, I like the idea, like the sentiment, that I use the water from the sea that was in front of me. You can do this with a lake or anything else, maybe rainwater, that if you go on a holiday and it's very rainy, you can just leave it outside and collect some rainwater and use it. I would recommend. But seawater also has a practical use, that it a bit changes the paints interact with each other. So for the sea part, as you saw, I added some navy and green, and create the green to blue wash, and I'm going to let it do its own thing. I'm not gonna fiddle too much with my brush. I like the natural look of it. I'm not too worried about shading. You know me, that these paintings, they're supposed to be they are not supposed to be too realistic, that we are just seeing something and reflecting that onto the page, and that's it. Some color for the pier, and I want to do this brown from the pier. I also put it on this on the hills. As you can see, it's not fully green there. What did I want to say? I'm trying to do the things quickly and use good amount of water, because I still want to splash around a bit towards the end, so that they will mix up with the colors I laid as the background. At this point, yeah, I'm gonna add the splashes first. I'm picking up some blue and splash, splash, splash. This really helps with to create this watercolor wash that I want to have for the sea, this bluish greenish color, and then there's a bit of more blue going on there now. And of course, I realized I forgot to add the date and the title. I was too anxious to get to the drawing and painting part, so I will do that now, and I will speed that up for you to not to bore you too much. If this is your first time watching me doing one of these pages, I always add the date and the place on the top left, and I add the title with 2-3 words tops, sometimes even just one word, to give a bit of a feeling of the place, or maybe just name of the place. In this case it is. For Selimiye, I use the classic serif font. I'm gonna add a bit of a color now to this, like a little smudge. The yellow, probably that represents the sunny beautiful day we were having, and an orange heart, and I'm gonna let those two colors bleed into each other, and this will be it. So you can now have a look at the end result, the close-up, and I'm gonna show you the view I was looking at. So this is my no effort sketch journaling holiday edition from Marmaris. If you would like to have your own no effort sketch journaling on your trips, you can find the link in bio, and I will see you on next one. Bye.